Like this, like that. Yeah, like this, like that. Everybody tryna be like me. Tryna take my juice, tryna take my steez. Everywhere I go, I'ma stay in my Q's and P's. Everybody tryna be just like me. Chop on my side and I might let it sing. Whoa.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today I am going to be talking about the Chicago Bulls and the Patrick Williams, the Coby White injuries, and I'm going to be talking about that. I'm also going to be talking about the lineups that they may run and also the opportunities that these injuries may give. But let me get straight into the video. If you haven't already, be sure to check out my last video. It was on the Minnesota Timberwolves. I did post it earlier today. So you'll see it up on the screen somewhere at the end of the video. So if you guys do watch till the end, be sure to take a look at it. It's on the whole Karl Anthony Towns situation, Gerson Rosa, etc. But let me get straight into this Bulls video. After all, this is the Bulls YouTube channel. But if you haven't watched the video like 2 days ago already, be sure to go check it out. It was on Patrick Williams, and we found out he had a severe ankle sprain, and he would be out for 4 to 6 weeks. And that means if it's 6 weeks, he would have missed 7 games of the regular season already. But then we find out, after I post that video, we find out that it was discovered 1 week ago. So I don't know how that hasn't gone out to the media. So it should be around 3 to 5 weeks, and that means he won't. I don't think he won't miss any of the regular season, and he'll be only missing a few games of the preseason if it is 3 weeks. And if it is 5 weeks, in fact, he'd be missing about 3 games. So it's not as bad as we thought. But this also gives Billy Donovan a chance to run a few new lineups. Like you have Lonzo Ball, Zach LaVine, and then you have Troy Brown Jr. at the small forward spot, and then you have DeRozan at the small ball power forward, and then you'd have Nikola Vucevic at the center, or you could just put Alize Johnson at that power forward spot, or maybe you could see Javonte Green running some small forward minutes and put DeMar DeRozan at the power forward. I mean, there are a whole bunch of lineups. We could even see an Alex Caruso at point guard or at shooting guard, Lonzo Ball at shooting guard or at point guard. You'd have Zach LaVine at small forward, and then on top of that, you would have DeMar DeRozan at power forward and Nikola Vucevic at center. But Billy Donovan, would have a lot of lineups to test out. And I'm really excited to see what he does with those lineups. I'm really looking forward to preseason. Our first preseason game is on October 6th, so I will be watching that, and I will post a video right after it. I will make a video right after it, and I will try to post it to you guys the next day. So be on the watch for that. But I think that will give other players chances, and Billy Donovan a chance to test some lineups that he might want to do when Patrick Williams is on the bench, sitting, or when Zach LaVine is sitting on the bench, and he might already have an idea of some of where the power forward minutes are going. Next, I'm going to talk about Coby White and his injury update. So Coby White did have a shoulder sprain like a few weeks back while practicing. So at latest, he was going to be back at around December, which seemed pretty bad. But we have gotten an update, and he will be coming back if he's recovering at the speed he is right now, he will be coming back at around November. So that's good. That's really good. And I'm really excited for that. But Coby White is going to be that scoring spark off the bench. The bench has a lot of defensive players, but they don't really have a lot of offensive players. So I do see Alex Caruso having to take some of that scoring load. I do see like Nikola Vucevic running with the bench too at times, or Lonzo Ball running with the bench to be their scoring option, or even Patrick Williams trying him out to be pretty much the best or the second best player on the bench. So that would be really exciting to see while Coby's out. But when he gets back, that would be really good. It would create a good scoring spark off the bench, kind of like what we saw in his rookie season. About 13, 14, about 14, 13 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists, pretty much 2 assists. But I think those assist numbers will go to like 4 instead of 3. I don't see him averaging 5 assists like last year, because last year he was pretty much the starter for most of the season and towards the end of the season. So I don't see him getting as many assists or as many rebounds. I do see him getting like 3 rebounds and 4 assists per game. And I do see him in the 6th man of the year conversation. But I don't see Coby White averaging like 5-6 assists. But I do see him as a scoring spark off the bench. But hopefully he does keep on progressing the way he has. Hopefully he does become a really good player in the future. But the Bulls have invested their future into Lonzo Ball. So I do think that Coby White will be traded either by the trade deadline or by or during the offseason next year, because I mean it's pretty much stunting his growth, and none of us really want Coby White to see Coby White traded, but we also don't want Coby White to be like just a bench player, pretty much sitting on the bench. I think he will, if a team's willing to give up like draft capital and then a decent player in return for Coby White, either during the trade deadline or during the off season. I would take that. But Coby White is injured right now, and he won't be back till November. So that will give other players chances. Alex Caruso will obviously be running the 1 or the 2. And then Ayo Dosunmu will be running the 1 or the 2, in my opinion. That's what I think, because Ayo Dosunmu will be getting a lot more chances with Coby White being injured. I don't see him overtaking Coby White's spot, but I do see him getting a lot of opportunities off the bench with a good like 20 minutes around that time frame. So I do see him being a really decent player off the bench for the Bulls at the beginning of the season, and I do see him taking a more bigger role than we will see him throughout the rest of the regular season. But that's all I have for this video. Be sure to check out my Timberwolves video. You should see it up here somewhere. But thanks guys for watching this video, and have a good